here with the second pick for Willow Keeper. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works. Pebbles, Dr. Repulsor, Parasite, Silhouette were the bans, by the way. So how about that? A little bit of reaction coming out as they ban the Silhouette. But, well, we got our sides ready to go. Engineer Cthulhuphon Rhapsody on the Legion team for Willow Keeper. Magmus, Glacius, Swiftblade for Reason Gaming. What do you make of things so far?
I would say that it's the Glacius and the Swiftblade in the safe lane. There is a Cthulhuphon, possibly Suicide, but it could also be an offensive tri-lane. I'm not quite sure about that one yet. Depends on their following up picks. But something that I would like to point out as well is that Reason Gaming, they have been together for quite some time, as a clan itself, that is.
Yeah. And
during Season 1 and Season 2, they were feared and very well known of playing those strong hard carries. Imbaboy was sitting on a hard carry every single game, and then the team was built around him. Or, I mean, the other heroes were drafted in a way that they were supportive of this hard carry role. And, well, lately it just seems like they're having a lot of trouble with actually determining lanes, for example, and their draft. I mean, they're constantly trying new things, and there's not a single hero that I can actually say, like, for example, Sync Esports or BMG, that they are, well, playing great Tempest and great Magmus and all that. I can't really say that about Reason Gaming. It feels like they are switching it up every single game, and I feel like that's one of their flaws right now. I feel like they need some kind of like consistent, draft.
Yeah, need an identity as far as what we think of when we got Reason Gaming. So, yeah, no, I definitely see that to an extent. So we'll see how Reason Gaming, obviously, Swiftblade alone, the success that he has. Okay, I've been hearing a lot about this. Mini Maggot has brought it up. Yeah, so you know about this, apparently? They like Clinks, I guess, over here.
Okay, I'm gonna be super negative here. I just hate that hero. I think it's garbage.
We've never seen it played in competitive here on Honcast. I haven't heard the best things about it, but I heard horrible things about Gunblade when Boxy picked it up a while back and he dominated with it. So,
yeah, I feel like Gunblade is a little bit of a different story though, because it's so strong in a 1-versus-1 situation. I'm not sure about Clanks in that case. I don't think he is. And every single time I see a Clanks being picked up in team matchmaking, I instantly pick a Magmus and go Suicide. Because it doesn't matter how much farm that hero gets, or, I mean, if he's sitting on Steam Boots and Mana Battery or whatever, as soon as you hit level 6 on Magmus, all you have to do is Lava Surge and use the Eruption, and he's dead. He can't escape it.
That's
he can't
fair.
Escape it.
Even with Hawk? I guess, wouldn't give him enough.
No, he can't. It's because the damage that comes out from the Magmus Eruption instantly makes him lose it again.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because it actually, it reduces duration by 2.5 seconds for every damage or something like that. And the Eruption comes like in waves, so he can't run away. And the Reason Gaming, they got a Magmus, so I was like, no, why are you picking out Clanks against that kind of lineup?
Yeah, as I usually am pretty open in cases like this, I know very little about, I understand the skill set, sure, but when it comes to specifics and stuff, I know very little about this here, because, I base a lot of my things off what we see in the competitive scene, and once again, this is the first time we're seeing it here on Honcast, so I'm going to be banking on you as well as whoever ends up playing it here for Willow Keeper to see how it ultimately turns out. But, again, though, it seems, would you say that this is a hard carry? I mean, it seems like a skill set and whatnot kind of speaks for that, or is this more of like an aggressive ganking hero?
No, I would say that it's a hard carry. It's a hard carry with a lot of damage and a lot of mobility in the late game, but up until he gets his core items, which is usually like Nullstone in this game and BKB and some damage item, he's not going to be able to do much at all. I mean, his farming potential is okay with that first spell of his, the Bang, which is called, that if you're facing the so-called spell, you get damage, but if you're facing or having your back towards the spell, you take almost no damage at all, so well, he can farm decently with it, but still, I mean, look at the Hellborn team. What's he gonna do? Even though if he's gonna pick up the Nullstone, they got so many spells that can actually, just take it off in an instant. And they got so much ganking potential and damage output that Hawk is nearly not gonna be effective at all. So, well, Tree, they really have to build a strong wall around him, kind of like what I was speaking about a little bit, that goes down to Reason Gaming's performance or draft in Season 1 and 2, that the entire team is built around one hero.
Yeah. Yeah, and my boy being that carry and just make sure he gets the farm, and that was their strategy. So definitely different nowadays, but do remember that. Willow Keeper, 20 seconds remaining on their final pick here. So how are they going to follow up this Clinks pickup now? Already with the Cthulhu
I
Fawn.
feel like they need some lockdown, some big AoE lockdown. But yeah, Gauntlet. I guess he got some lockdown at the Gauntlet Blast.
He's got
Because they don't really have the initiation nor the lockdown quite yet. But is this a Trilane versus Trilane or something? I have no clue how they're gonna lane this, because I feel like since they picked up Myrmidon in recent gaming, that they are aiming to go for an offensive Trilane with that Glacis Myrmidon Swiftblade.
Yeah. Now, we have seen Cthulhu Font in jungle used quite successfully as well, so I wouldn't put that past being a thing here.
But who is gonna suicide in that case?
Yeah, that's a good point. So never mind. Probably will end up being Suicide Cthulhu Font. Drunken Master, the final pick, so it continues on with a lot of physical presence and just a very strong 1v1 laner, especially in the end too. So yeah, it's like that lineup there. You would think recent gaming going to be setting up some kind of an aggressive trial. So how do you answer that if you're Willow Keeper? It's Clinks. I mean, you mentioned that bang ability with the Q. It's not a stun by any means. You know, a little bit of damage though could be a movement slow, and he himself can dish out some okay damage. But what, like him Engineer Rhapsody, would that actually be a powerful lane? I don't know. It's
I don't think so. It's going to be very, very difficult to hit those kegs. I feel like first picking an engineer is personally a very bad decision in my case. First of all, he can't babysit, he got very low attack range, and he needs someone to stun before he uses his keg, because otherwise it's going to be, well, it's very easy to sidestep it. So running it in an offensive trialing with only Rhapsody with stun is not, well, it's accurate, and it's, well, I guess it keeps your opponent kind of in place, but it's not too strong in the early game. You kind of need a few levels before you can safely hit a keg on top of it. And yeah, I have no idea actually how they're gonna run this.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Fusin going to do a quick reconnect here, having to restart. So once he's back in, and you know, something tells me too that this perhaps has a little bit to do with Willow Keeper. I mean, sure, you want to win a series 2 games to nothing in the end, and you know, advance on as soon as possible. But a game 2, when you're up 1 game to nothing, you could throw in, as we like to use the term, curveball here. With the Clinks pick up. Not only they're confident with it, again, we've been talking about Baltazar going to be playing it here for Willow Keeper, but also Reason Gaming, is safe to say, probably doesn't have the most experience playing against a hero like this. So that's where you try to give it the most success there as far as a win, kind of sneak in a second win here to win the series 2 games to nothing. But it does have that fallback of, okay, worst case, you know, we lose the game, it doesn't work out. At least we got that game 3 then to respond with, but we'll see again how it works out for them, and I know I'm one of many people very excited as usual when we got a different hero like this to see how it's played.
It's fun for us viewers to see these kind of different heroes, but I mean, at the same time, underestimating your opponent in this late stage of the bracket.
You really don't like Clinks, man.
No, I don't like the kind of like. Well, I don't like their lineup in overall, I would just say.
Yeah.
No team fight whatsoever. They don't. Okay, they do have the Rhapsody and Engineer, but those 2 are the supports. They're not gonna have any kind of like big initiation tools like the Magmus or the Swift Slashes from recent gaming. So this is gonna be a hard one for them for sure.
I wonder what kind of build he's gonna go for, because he definitely. It seems like he said the Null Stone kind of hero, I guess. As far as
I
that
think he
being
has
priority.
to have one against the enemy team, else he's gonna be one-shotted by, well, pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
He's just so squishy, man. So squishy, that hero.
We'll see.
But he does a lot of damage if he gets to the point, but can his team actually allow him to get enough time to build those items up? I just don't think so.
You know, like, I want to say, I mean, I kind of want to compare him to, like, that Bushwhack kind of effect. I mean, he can get a lot of farm in that range aspect, but at the same time, he's not a Bushwhack, because Bushwhack has the sidestep, you know, can get away from situations, and just a lot of damage that adds up over time, especially, and also the upfront damage. So I guess that's not kind of a bad comparison, but...
I think it's pretty accurate, actually. I wouldn't say they're too unsimilar. Like,
yeah.
They're kind of, like, both squishy, you know, and can farm fast, but you need quite some time until you get to that stage of the game where you can, you know, completely annihilate your opponents.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna start seeing here as far as what it's all about. Again, in the hands of Baltazar here. He had the hell of a silhouette game last time around, and like we've been talking about, Mini Maggots even suggested several times in the cast that he has been known to play this as well, especially in TMM and whatnot. So,
boy, look at the base, by the way, for Legion side.
Huh.
I don't think that's too.
What is up with this?
No, wait, I don't get it. Like, why would I buy 2? Why wouldn't they just upgrade 1?
I mean,
like, there's no way. they're gonna have enough money to upgrade both, you know.
Yeah.
So having a ground courier after a minute, like 8 or something, that's an instant kill. For example, we saw it last game being killed off by minute 5.
Yeah, that's true.
Or not last game, but BMG versus Sync earlier today.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I would guess that's going to be like a personal courier. One of those, obviously, a personal courier for someone, and the other courier is just open for everyone else. So one of those cases, they really want to make sure. Maybe it's because they figure they're going to have to give a lot of regen to this bottom tri-lane here constantly. So, which, speaking of that, they are going to send Gauntlet down here instead of the Clinks. Clinks may end up even suicide? No. Cthulhufon's going to probably get up. Okay, yeah, he's going to be middle here, and then Cthulhuphon will end up at the top lane. Look at this gank, though. Swiftblade, Glacius, Myrmidon. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The second Rhapsody pops out right here.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for it, or not waiting for it, but I don't necessarily think they can take this fight, but I think he's well aware, because they have placed a ward of sight a bit up of their current position, so I think he's just going to sit down there for the time being. Unfortunately for Racing Gaming, Tree is not going to fall for the bait. Not this time.
That's well played on their part.
Not this game.
Yeah, it's I mean, with Swiftblade and Glacius alone, it's like you have to, and that's TMM 101 against that hero. Like he has a Glacius team, and especially you got to be very wary of just that surprise bloodlust kill. So that they were, but as I say that, here we go. Engineer at the top of the wave. Oh, the communication! They went for 2 completely different targets, and the grapple came out from Boxy.
Very questionable. Something else that I would like to point out, that Clanks is actually in the mid lane. I would like him to send like Myrmidon over there right away.
Well, how about this? Yeah. I think you noticed what I'm noticing.
Noticed it, yeah.
Cthulhufon's not going top. He's like, screw that. I'm just going to be a jungle. Cthulhuphon. Interesting. So that they're giving up the drunken master lane at the top. And I wonder, actually bottom lane Gauntlet again, though. He grapples. It's going to buy him some good distance. And again, he will survive. Very good use of the grapple here. That's twice now. It's helped him get away. He just hooks to his teammates. So, but I was going to say, I wonder if this has a lot to do with, you know what, they want to really try to have a good chance against this tri-lane down here. Want to have Cthulhuphon, who's an excellent ganking jungle hero, be a part of it as well, is what it comes down to. So, but as I say that, you see what's happening right here.
Yeah, they are rotating, and I think they're doing it, or I think they're doing the correct decision. Yeah, this is so odd though. Like, why would you give... I feel like Cthulhuphon could put up a very good fight against Drunken Master, if not even come out winning that lane. So, giving it up completely just for the cause of shutting down Swiftblade or securing farm for Clanks? No, I don't get it. And now mid is gonna end up falling as well.
Man, rear control, we've been talking about all day today, seems like it just continues to be so important.
Once again, it's the haste in the earlier game.
Yep. The hasted Glacius comes in. Easily gets the kill. Yeah, that is, isn't it? So it's a 2-minute rune, apparently very, very, very important here in this game. So, bottom lane, though. Here comes Cthulhuphon. He's ready for the flank now. Swiftly has that spin. He'll probably use it initially, maybe not. But Myrmidon now in a little bit of trouble. They're just going to play this very patient. They know he has nowhere to go. He's going to go for the TP, but that's definitely not going to happen. You can't blame him for trying, I guess. But in the end, he will fall? Yeah, he falls. That actually it's a little bit longer than I expected. Yeah, but he does go down in the end. So Cthulhuphon actually pushed to the top lane after they get that. So I guess that was maybe the plan all along. They wanted to try to get a kill before he just then goes into the top lane.
Yeah, they should have gone for that in level 1 in that case, immediately off the start. Like when the same time as Risen Gaming were kind of initiating onto the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Now it's way too late. Now he's not going to be able to take, or be able to win this lane up here against the Drunken Monster.
Minimega is actually making a point that apparently Boxy is the one that's known for playing Clanks, and not Baltazar. So it's even a little different seeing this, that Baltazar's the one playing it, where Boxy's actually on the gauntlet here in the end. So I actually now wonder if Baltazar has the most experience on this hero. Because I guess they have that information incorrect.
He likes to play team matchmaking a lot. I mean, he's one of the top accounts out there. 2090 MMR or something, and
it's not better than Aurora, though.
No, it's not better than Aurora. Shout out to Insania for that. Finally getting that 2.1k MMR.
Yep, I heard about that. Big moment. Somehow, Insania, #1 Han player on the ladder. Somehow.
Took some time, but finally got it.
Yeah, well deserved. Middle lane, you see, look at Clanks. He's just sitting here hugging the trees, man. He's being the hippie, and because for good reason. I mean, Glacius obviously has kind of been sitting here himself. Mirrorman also in the vicinity. So Clinks knows he needs to play very, very passive. So but that's where now Gauntlet's really opened up his farm as far as down here at the bottom lane. Overall, though, Drunken Master, not surprising, having a very good time at the top lane. He was basically PvE up here for most of it. Oh, he's going to put in some good damage, but no, not enough. Krake will survive.
Magnus just hit level 6 in the mid as well. If Rhapsody wouldn't have been there, Clinks would have been dead. So he can't leave him even for a second, because then he's gonna fall. Actually, there's a lot of pouncing up at the top lane. Just hitting each other all the time.
A lot of damage back and forth. Oh, he spotted. Glacius is spotted.
Yeah.
They're going for it, though. They really want this kill. Eruption. No, he canceled it! He canceled it! The ports are coming in. He wants to run away. Weedfield does connect on the Gauntlet as soon as he TP's in, but now Glacius, he might be the one left behind. Can he actually escape from this? Probably not. Grapple from Boxy, I'm sure, is going to be coming out. Did he actually just make an escape? Adjo, he's trying to be clever right here, but they know something's up.
Yeah, no, he made it.
Oh my gosh. No random hook, maybe?
Oh, dance floor? Oh, he's finding him.
Finally gonna find him. I mean, they made them take a long time to do this, so that, even with the death right here in Atro, not too bad. I mean, he spent his gold. It took forever.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tri-lane carry, or tri-lane hero at least, for 3. Gauntlet running around in forest, so winning some time for his team.
But obviously, the biggest thing there, though, again, Eruption, he canceled it. That's probably the smart decision, because if Zane hung in there a little bit longer, he might have got counter-killed himself. So he just said, you know what, it's not worth the risk.
It was Rhapsody, by the way, to cancel it with the staccato.
Oh, was it? Okay, you know what, that actually makes sense.
So
that makes a lot more sense, then. I also want to note, speaking of Clinks, he actually has this lackey turned off on the laning phase, which is that it makes a pet with him do the rocket or whatever, every auto attack, for a small amount of magic damage. So to help prevent from pushing the lane in, of course. And worth noting there, though, as he's now at the bottom lane, speaking of him.
Try and mid instead.
Positions, yeah, I guess so. We got Gauntlet Engineer here again, Cthulhu Fun kind of in the jungle. So again, just abandoning that top lane. Very interesting laning phase we've had here.
Yeah, just as last game where Recent Gaming had such a questionable laning phase, now the same goes for 3 instead.
Yeah.
They're just not sure where to go to or what lane to stick to.
Huh.
And yeah, like, I don't see any reasoning. Why would you like leave the top lane? As a Cthulhu fan, I mean, we have been talking about him and he's so damn strong right now.
Yeah.
And you would just put him in the forest instead.
Well, they tried to make something happen, and again, perhaps it did have something to do with the one of the early kill, but like you were pointing out, then go for that right away. Don't, wait till level 3 or 4, and then go for it, because Drunken Master in the meantime just got a lot of levels, a lot of free farm, his 400 gold per minute just about, and even though Cthulhu's up here, I mean, you see, with this level and farm advantage, you look at the damage output coming out. Now, Cthulhu's going to try to hold his ground. He will be fine again in the end, but a lot of damage coming out from Drunken Master right there. You do see, obviously, very minimal stats coming out, but stat nonetheless, the one suicide Cthulhu we have managed to have did win his game in the end, so. But, I mean, after Drunken Master, though, it does drop off quite a bit as far as overall farm goes. Gauntlet is up there at 300 gold per minute. But still has a ways to go before Boxy is going to be seeing that portal key of his. Clinks, on the other hand, he's about average, 255. What the hell was that? So right-click of a Frostfield play for a second. I was like, no.
Yeah, first item Frostfield play, it might not be recommended.
He actually gets the
unless you want to go and kill or farm creep snutters in the base or in the
see
forest.
Bottom lane right there. Weedfield even lands as well, but they kill Clinks. That was a swift slashes, it looks like, yep. To get the kill. Now the middle lane cameras all over the place, but Boxy goes down as well. So a 2-for-0 exchange in favor of Recent Gaming there. Starting to turn it on now.
And that takes the gold per minute down quite a bit. And here's another initiation at the bot lane.
I guess who's down here as well. Drunken Master even joining the party. And double tap for Imba Boy. Easily comes out, and all of a sudden the throttle has just been put on full by Recent Gaming. They are just really taking it to them. And even the middle tower, it's actually pretty vulnerable to dying right here. Magnus, he's going to go for the last hit. Oh, they've only been to the last hit. He stuns in. He wants it, but it's probably too risky, and Boxy does deny it in the end. So at least something kind of positive there for Willow Keeper. But it is still a dead tower in the end.
It is, and the mid tower is definitely not the one that you want to give up this early into the game. Not only does it work as a TP kind of center point, where you always port out to, you know, aid your teammates, but it also gives quite a lot of vision.
Yeah. So.
And, well, Fusen immediately putting out that word of sight in the mid lane as a result of the tower falling, but it was spotted. So I think it's gonna be counter-warded right away. Okay, Balthazar actually going for some forced farming right now as Clanks. Not too optimal though in level 7.
The rocket that that shoots with the Lackey, is that an AoE? I want to say it is.
Lackey?
Yeah, just like splash damage. The
Yeah,
Pedipus.
I think so.
So, because I saw that right there.
Probably.
I mean, that could be okay for farming that with the Bang. You know, decent for farming stacks and whatnot, but...
Yeah, I mean, his farming stacks is fine, just like Bushwalk. I mean, it goes really damn fast. It's not like a Revenant or a Magnus or anything like that, but it goes really damn fast. It's just, yeah, his laning presence that we have seen in this game, it's just not too strong. I mean, that Hawk, it scales very well in late game when you get BKB and Nullstone up, but in this early game when you get all that damage, or like as soon as someone initiates, I mean, you're unable to use the Hawk.
Yeah. Oh, bottom lane, easy tower kill going to be happening for Recent Gaming. Top lane, you see Willow Keeper trying to maybe set something up here, but Drunken Master is not going to give them that opportunity. He's smart enough to know that he's not going to overextend right here. He figures if they're not defending bottom, they must be elsewhere, and top lane would be a good guess, and he would be correct. You see Gauntlet sitting around waiting for an opportunity. As he dives in when I say that. Now the grapple comes out, and Probust's going to fall. So he was being so patient up until that point. He should have kept being
And then he
patient.
gets too greedy and wants the tower instead. Damn.
Oh, good hero kill, definitely for Willow Keeper. And another deny at least.
Yeah, good patience by Gauntlet and Engineer as well, actually staying up there, even though he's not falling for the bait at the first time.
See bottom down here. They're still going though. Geez, Swiftblade pushing in with his team. I mean, his farm has really shot up. He was struggling off the bat as the trial lane wasn't going necessarily as planned right away, but he all of a sudden is now 414 gold per minute. And Imbaboy playing the Swiftblade is in a very good spot. So you see down here, Willow Keeper going to put up some defense. It's still early on, so I don't know if Recent Gaming going to be able to break all the way through this bottom secondary here. Or if they just may end up falling back. They're kind of poking in a little bit, but probably best to fall back. But look at the map control right now by Reason. Look at those aggressive wards, and they're just taking over the Legion jungle even.
I would love to see one in the mid lane as well, or maybe placed behind their secondary tower, more or less, so that you can actually see everyone that runs out in the mid lane and is also coming from the bot lane. That would just be perfect right now for Recent Gaming.
Yeah.
It is risky to go there now. They can't quite yet, but if they were to group up, I mean, they could probably get one off. Magnus, yeah, still 1k away from the Porky actually. Not farming too bad or good. He's 300 GPM, but I would assume that he would be 400 plus by this point. I mean, he was farming pretty well in the mid lane, and he's one of the fastest farmers in the game with that volcanic touch. So, surprised that he hasn't been peeking up there like Drunken Master and Swiftblade is, but I guess that's because he's been roaming around a bit.
Yeah. He does have 1,300 gold saved up. Again, Portkey definitely on line next to be picked up. Drunken Master, the Shrunken Head in the works. He's got that Mighty Blade on top of 1,300 gold, so definitely approaching that pretty quickly. 1,500 gold saved up on Clinks, but only sitting on his Steam Boots and a couple other small items really, so don't let that fool you as far as what he's actually got going. Only farming 240 gold per minute on top of that, so just really unfortunately this Clinks success and what he's been able to do for his team hasn't been the most so far. Again, there's still definitely a game left, but this is safe to say not the start that Willow Keeper was hoping for, I'm sure. Especially for him, let alone the team. But
not really. I mean, I think that Clanks can work. I mean, it's not suited for competitive necessarily, but if you pick it up last, for example, when your team has, well, pretty defensive lineup, then it could work well. Or heroes that necessarily does not have very good nullstone cancelers. But in this game, like where we're already not Myrmidon, but Magnus, Swiftblade, Glacius picked up or something, and still pick it up.
Yeah,
that's a bit too greedy. Doesn't matter how good he is at the hero. I mean, there's nothing he can do against those heroes.
I think you can actually almost think of it as I wonder if for Willow Keeper, if they almost went into this game being like, let's have fun with this one, like I kind of talked about from the beginning, I mean, they are up 1-0, let's just try a Clinks here. But yeah, they didn't really think of the big picture in terms of the heroes that they're going up against, and yeah, probably didn't make the most sense from the beginning. So, again, he does have about 2,000 gold saved up, so we'll see. Hell, at this rate, I wonder if he was even going to go the Null Stone. I mean, I still probably think it would be worth it, but...
Yeah, look at the supports, by the way, Glacius and Rhapsody, they're still level 4. Both of them. This is so cute.
Both are struggling, except the biggest difference, Glacius has Striders, where Rhapsody has Tree Eaters. So...
Yeah, and one. Only one.
And only one. That's just to make sure that the inventory is not naked.
Exactly.
He has to have something in there. So, yeah, definitely even a slight advantage there for Adro playing that Glacius. Portal Keeper Boxy is still a little bit of ways. I'm sure that's what they're trying to keep their eye on right now as far as picking up. He does get a Blessed Orb on Clinks, so again, 2,100 gold for that item. Not usually the most efficient, but it is going to be working for the Null Stone. No, bait here, cut through the front goes, and big bait coming out. Down goes Myrmidon, down goes Swiftblade, and this is probably what Willow Keeper needed to start coming back in this game. Glacius is also going to fall. That timing from Cthulhu Found right there. Perfect. I mean, they knew it all along. It was beautiful bait.
I can't believe that just happened. Perfect stun by Cthulhu coming in just in the nick of time. It was not like he was baiting, or maybe he was baiting, but it was not like he was necessarily aiming for the stun. It just happened to occur in front of him. Two people stunning next to each other, and he went for it. And yeah, 3. I mean, they're not out of it by any means, even though it's looking dark.
Right there, 16 minutes in. I mean, still a 4,600 gold lead for Reason Gaming on top of the 2,000 experience lead, but definitely another one of those moments, and before you know it, they have climbed back. And again, going back to Clinks, we're talking about he just hasn't been working this game. Hey, another one of those, a couple more, he gets a Null Stone, and he does start to take off and can get very, very deadly and dangerous. So, Cthulhu Fun is also level 11 on top of it all. That's good news here for the Legion team. And again, the portal key for Gauntlet's also getting there.
That just skyrocketed for both Cthulhu and Gauntlet. They were like just above 1k, and now Cthulhu already got enough for his whatever he chooses to go for, Helm or Pull Key or Barrier Idol or yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe a puzzle box straight up.
Should a puzzle box, you think?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like vision is going to be a huge part of this game, and puzzle box definitely helps in that kind of sense, but at the same time, I feel like they are pretty squishy overall as a team. So, okay, it's actually going to go for the portal key, so going to go for an initiation tool.
Yeah.
I don't agree on that, though. I feel like Boxy is going to be getting one as well. So, I feel like it would be better if one of them just tanked up a little bit or played it more at, survivability way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do think that might be a little bit of an overkill, but as it usually does come down to, though, it's will they make use of these portal keys, or will the game just continue on as it is, and that's where it won't work out for Willow Keeper possibly. But Cthulhu Font goes into the jungle, continues to farm for the time being, but yeah, with both those portal, I mean, this is perfect timing, if any, to try to...
Yeah, did you see that at the top lane, by the way? Magma's waiting for Clanks to fall for the bait, but he doesn't. I mean, if that was okay, I shouldn't say it, if that was me, but if that was me, I would use Portal Key, Lava Surge, and then ulti, because Clanks can't escape it, but obviously Zane doesn't know it, so he's actually trying to get the ultimate off first.
Okay. Well,
he's not gonna get it.
Hawk, there's the Hawk! There's the bang to slow him down. It doesn't slow him down, but here comes Colin! He misses the grapple, but here comes Cthulhu Font now! And all of a sudden, Zane's gonna end up falling!
Oh my
yes,
god,
he did. Okay.
You just used the Lava Surge into the ultimate instead.
Yeah, that was... okay, that was weird because... the text didn't pop up, so I was like, what the hell just happened? But there was a server hiccup right there, like... But... yeah, no, that goes... You're just mentioning that. I mean, hell, you Lava Surge in first, then you use the ultimate... He did it the opposite way.
It works so well against that Hawk ability, because Eruption comes in waves, you know, so it gets rid of it immediately. But yeah, Zane obviously doesn't know it. Maybe it comes back to the fact that we were also discussing. You said that recent gaming might not be too familiar with this hero.
Exactly, and that's where these quote-unquote curveball pickups can definitely be an advantage for teams like Willow Keeper. So I think that is a prime example right there of what an issue may be. So. A big kill, and no doubt, and if anything, Willow Keeper just continuing to slowly but surely climb back into what's been an early deficit here. But, looking at the big picture, let's not forget Reason Gaming Even with that death, Magma still has that portal key on top of his early farm. Drunken Masters continuing to get crazy. He actually followed up with a Soul's Bulwark. He didn't even go straight Shrunken Head. He did get the Soul's Bulwark, and now he's going to be finishing a Shrunken Head on top of that. And then, of course, you got good old Swiftblade right here doing his thing with the Abyssal Skull Energizer and Ghost Marchers. Not too shabby. So, not to be negative Nancy over here, but obviously Reason Gaming still feeling pretty good even with a couple of these kills happening. But it is what
definitely got the lineup and the late game.
Yeah, all that combined. So it is what Willow Keeper needs to do, though, to at least keep themselves in this game and give them a chance. So that is good to see. Coming out from Tree right here.
Love to see a Kongor attempt here. I mean, they got the Abyssal Skull, so definitely going to be able to do it. But and no vision from Tree side whatsoever. But nope, not happening yet.
Yeah. Huh. How about Boxy here? He actually picks up a Soul Scream ring, so going to be going an Energizer on Gauntlet. Is that worth it?
I don't know. Well, normally Clinks goes for one, and maybe it's kind of sounds like, yeah, okay, you can't go for one, you need an Old Stone badly, so I'm just gonna pick it up for us instead. That's like the only reason I can think of. I don't think that it necessarily fits Gauntlet in any particular way.
Yeah. Alright, well, gonna be picking it up. Nullstone is finished on Clinks, being delivered right now. Actually pops his Hawk ability, getting himself some positioning here if need be, and you did see on the mini-map, you got Recent Gaming there in the vicinity, but not for long. They end up falling back, and Clinks will be able to push out this lane here in response. So what does leveling up the Hawk do? It increases the duration, okay, up to 15 seconds, but as you pointed out, you got to keep in mind, every time you take damage, it does reduce it by 2.5 seconds, and could be cancelled pretty quickly as a result, so...
Yeah. And they are actually aware of Engineer trying to go for those actions right now, so maybe try to take a team fight here. I mean, Swiftblade is pushing up the top lane, or the bot lane, or whatever. Top lane, yeah, it should be top lane.
Up there. Clinks was heading over. Okay, he's kind of checking out. He actually picks up the Haste Rune just before, but yeah, Reason Gaming definitely aware of what's going on, so... Will they be able to commit to this? Now, out comes the Goon Squad, actually, from Clinks, so showing a little bit of that ultimate right there, and how quickly it can make things. You see, cleans these up, actually, pretty quickly. So definitely a powerful use, and it's a fairly short cooldown, as you see, too. What is it? It's 60 seconds at all levels, in fact, so... Only a minute. So what exactly does it? The first one does, okay, like a Thunderclaw effect. Second one slows enemies as well as damage, and the third one just deals base damage. Okay. Interesting. So he has the slow effect now. That's good.
He does. But, yeah, they really need to shut him down some way. I mean, sure, they're farming well on their own parts. I mean, Drunken Master and Swiftblade, 400 GPM, but I wouldn't get too, like, confident in my position. Maybe go for Kongor. I feel like they really should go for Kongor, but, just running around, taking it easy, like, no rush whatsoever.
Now, I guess Cthulhu Font's Frostfield plate right-click earlier on wasn't necessarily just 100% a troll. I mean, it was more of a taste of things to come, as he does buy a plate mill here. So, Frostfield plate is going to be in the works for Cthulhu Font. Really beefing up in the armor, though. I mean, again, especially against the Drunken Master and a Swift plate, that's not too bad to have.
No, and the Myrmidon actually has that waveform, actually. Oh, no, never mind, that's magic armor that it decreases.
Not really concerned about that necessarily, but yeah, just physical damage in general. And again, Frostfield plate good for preventing the guy. They're also kiting for that purpose, and nice aura that it provides.
Yeah, it scares pretty good with the key as well. I mean, jump in and use Frostfield, cancels every single portal key, for example, the Magnus.
Very true.
And yeah, they got 3 melees, and the Myrmidon, well, pretty much counts as a melee as well, in a sense, because of that ulti farm of his. So yeah, good pickup. I actually like that one. Would have liked to see a barrier idol as well though on him, but yeah, choosing to go to Frostfield plate, we'll see how that turns out to be.
Swiftblade, 3,600 gold saved up. It's going to be a little bit more once he finishes off these Ancients right here. So he should have enough for a full Shrunken Head if that's what he chooses. And the way he's saving up gold, it almost looks like that could be the case, actually. There you go, 3,900 gold. Will he buy it? Or will it
I don't think so, actually.
Something else, yeah?
It could be, yeah, he's going to go for the Firebrand instead.
All the way to the Frostburn here. This is going to be the option
Not sure. Maybe he just keeps it there in like. No, wait. He sold it again, or did he?
He bought a Mighty Blade as well, on top of the Firebrand. I thought so. Yeah, but he's not delivering anything.
Be after that though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw Keso playing at least the BMG versus Ink game, the one that went for game number 2. He actually went for Firebrand and then just made it into a BKB.
Rudy Z gets picked off. Look at Cthulhu though. He wants revenge, and they may get something right here. Still put in the background. He gets caught by the stun. Magnus, more importantly, though, he also gets caught. He stuns away at the last second. Now the dot damage. Oh, it does prevent the portal key. The grapple hits, and Magnus is going to fall. So at least they get one counter kill right here at the bottom, and perhaps going to push it out. I was also going to say, Swiftblade, he bought the Firebrand, but he never even delivered it. So that was pretty risky, pushing up that way. The bottom lane without the extra item that he had bought.
Yeah, what's going on with that one? Is it still in the in the inventory?
Yeah, it's still in the courier or like in his stash. I think he might just be waiting for like the full Frostbird here, but that's pretty greedy.
That's greedy. Yeah. And why are they not? Oh, okay, actually, initiation on the top lane. Like they're just getting punished. I mean, they cannot let Tree keep doing this.
And Drunken Master, yep, is gonna fall right here. So Willow Keeper doing a lot of work. It's not easy work by any means, but they are making it work. And look at this too. Clinks is going to try to steal the Hellborn Ancients. Glacius, I mean, that is a powerful tool. The fact that he can just hawk over the ledge right here. And, oh, he doesn't get them killed. Oh, but he doesn't make it the other ledge. And now he's in trouble protected by the last again. He gets the hawk off again. And it's going to be fine. That had to be a heart attack moment, man, for him. Holy crap. Rhapsody making sure, though, just in case. So that is going to be on cooldown, but still. In the end, pretty fun to watch. The unfortunate thing is, though, he actually didn't kill the Ancients. And he just made them soft for Swiftblade to clean up. So that's kind of unfortunate how it ended, but the idea was there. The idea was there. There's the Frostburn, finally. So he was being greedy, but it works out in the end, I guess.
There's a Frostburn. I guess that's into the Dawnbringer then. I would assume that he's not going to split it into Geometers and Frostwolf. Doesn't really fit this, this game too well. Yeah, why did they go for?
You really want to see that Congra? I mean, again, they definitely have potential. They are Hellborn, and they got the decent lead here, but yeah, something's just keeping them from doing it, apparently.
They got Abyssal Skull and Swiftblade since ages. I mean, they would have soon had the Conqueror number 2, and when it comes to Conqueror number 3, I mean, sure, that's a little bit ahead in the future, but it's still Token and Bananas.
Yeah.
And that's a team fight, more or less, no? But that's an extra life in your carry.
Well, Swiftblade would rather go around finding kills, and that he does. Finds one on Rhapsody.
Well, I guess.
Not too shabby. What do you think of, I mean, another Blessed Orb actually on Clank, so kind of curious what that is going to... I mean, obviously that has a lot of options, but Geometer's Bane would maybe make the most sense here, I would think.
Yeah, that's the only one that I can actually think of. I mean, he's definitely not going to go for a Sheepstick.
Yeah.
Frostwolf Skull, no. Dreamer of Power, no, he's way too squishy. I mean, if he were to go for that, he would melt by Magnus Ultimate. So yeah, Geometers, it must be Geometers.
Okay, so how sure are you that so the Hawk ability for Clanks, like the Eruption would take off the seconds? Because I'm getting told that it might be just auto attack damage.
I'm pretty sure.
It says whenever attacked. Okay.
I'm pretty sure because all you have to do is use Lava Surge Interruption, and he flies away like the first second, but then it falls off.
Okay, you're probably right, to be honest. I mean, it was somebody had just brought that up in chat, so yeah, I didn't want. That's why I was asking, like, how sure are you? Because it's not. I'm gonna go with you being right. Because yeah, it says attacked, and that I believe
it wouldn't make too much sense though if it was just out attacks.
Yeah.
Because the melee heroes would have such a hard time actually, chasing him down.
That's true. So yeah, so it should be. Everything, and that's, goes back to what you're saying. So, anyways, Clanks just continue to farm around, 1,700 gold. That's kind of another neat benefit of him, too, that as far as his mobility is concerned. Kind of like that Blink effect, in a sense, where he's able to go over cliffs throughout his jungle, so go from one camp to the next. He needs to be careful right here, as they are moving in on the Reason Gaming, but not going to be able to catch him before. Unless he hangs around here a little bit too long. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Is he going to push? Oh, he is. Clanks, you are a dead man. There's Magnus.
They
get the null stone, but no, the Hawk goes off. He's going to be fine initially. Will it last long enough? Yes, it will. Never mind about being a dead man. Clinks OP.
Oh, damn. Like, that's poor communication by Recent Gaming, though. I mean, Myrmidon should have been in the front, or there way earlier, and Magnus should have been able to use that tablet command much faster to remove the null stone.
Yeah.
I mean, he can start with removing the null stone. He doesn't have a stun first. I mean, that's just buying time for Tree to get there. It's better to just remove the null stone first and then use the lava surge. It's not like Clinks is going to be able to run away. So yeah, a little bit of miscommunication. I don't think Zane is too familiar with this Magnus, actually. It's like he's been doing a bit of sloppy mistakes.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Zane not usually the Magnus player. I mean, usually, if anything, he would be the Drunken Master, whereas Probus would be the Magnus in this case. But yeah, because of the lane setups, I guess, and just how it was going about it, they decided to put Zane on the Magnus. Obviously a great player, but doesn't have the most competitive experience, from what I can recall, like you pointed out.
Magnus can be a tough hero to play if you don't know how it works, probably. I mean, it's a lot of mechanism that you need to work out.
You see it. So again, they're kind of around the Congo Rapidus region. Some Rev Wards coming out. Now this is in range of the Wardus site, but not gonna be making use of it just yet. He wants to be obviously wants some help if they're going to counter ward that, but probably good that they're not, because the Legion team in the meantime, Cthulhuphon going in actually on to Cthulhuphon. Good grapple follow up from God. Down goes Magnus. One coming to Casso. Shrunken head popped by Drunken Master, but he is falling back actually. He realized it's not a fight they're probably going to win. Swiftblade even comes in the last second, but he too runs away as Clinks is here doing plenty of damage. Oh, the trample, perfect timing coming out. Swiftblade taking some good damage as a result. The bang going to be used, slowing him down a little bit as well. The auto attack damage, will it be enough for the kill? No one, no, the Swiss options, but the protective melody comes out, mitigating plenty. Swiftblade does fall at the end, they got the kill in Rhapsody, but Clinks is able to get the hell out of there on the high ground with that Hawk. Down goes Drunken Master, and Willow Keeper is some way, somehow fighting through this, and they're going to come out on top of this fight. Great teamwork coming out by them.
Wow, I can't believe they're turning this around. I mean, this game should have been over at 15 minutes point, more or less, but I don't know. I mean, they're taking in it, and Recent Gaming is refusing to go as 5 people, and now another questionable team fight. And no Congo attempt still. I mean, I'm still pressing that one.
Yeah.
Well, Tree just, outplaying Reason. I mean, there's not much to say about it.
The portal kick of Cthulhuphon was huge. I mean,
oh yeah, that one was so well timed.
Yeah. So the initiation's just been on the ball, and obviously that all started with the Magnus pick in the middle lane. I mean, sure, that's not necessarily his fault. It's just a good play by Willow Keeper. But you do got to critique the follow up from Recent Gaming. I mean, they were kind of going in one by one after that. Drunken Master jumped in initially, spotted Drunken in, but then he's like, oh wait, we're not going to win this. He fell back, and then Swiftblade decided it was a good idea to go in after that. So that's where the whole idea of like not being on the same page basically for Recent Gaming. And that backfired for them. So Willow Keeper has actually taken their first lead of the game, even with the way that fight went. And it's all that talk we're going on about Clinks in the beginning, how it's unfortunate we're going to be able to see him develop. And this probably was going to be a quick game 2 for Reason, forcing a third game. Guess what? We're going to start seeing him develop. And guess what they're doing now, finally? Kongor is coming out. Magnus stuns on a Cthulhuphon as he's just checking it out. He is tanky. Is he tanky enough, though? He gets a trample off. He's going to be fine. Oh, what a big hook from Boxy to save the day as well. And they're not going to be able to commit to this anymore. Man,
yeah,
the teamwork.
Hook once again with Boxy is really perfectioning this hero. But Recent Gaming once again, I mean, Magnus jumping in way ahead of his team. If he would have just waited a bit with Lava Surge, I mean, once again, there's no real rush for him to stun that fast, and they would have had him. But yeah, once again, it's a little bit of a sloppy mistakes, and Boxy making sure that Cthulhuphon survives.
Poking in once again. Checking it out. Here we go with the jump. Thunder feels Swiftblade. He's taking the most of the damage. He can't get the spin off, but Rush is going to be used, but it stops eventually. He stuns him, but the damage too much. Look at Clinks in the meantime. The Kun squad is out, and he is just dishing it out. In comes the protective melody, also mitigating damage once again. Myrmidon on the run. The trample not in range, but guess what? Clinks has that Hawk. He's going to chase down. He's going to pursue. He will get the kill to Myrmidon. You see right here, Drunken Master trying to fight his ground. He gets the 1 kill. Cthulhuphon, he may get 2 kills, but can he kill Clinks is the question. Probably not. Out comes the Hawk once again. The chase continues. Will it be enough? The bang forces him to go to the other direction. The auto attacks are falling. He's going to pursue him into the trees right here. And Drunken Master, the null stone coming into play. And down goes Drunken Master as Clinks cleans up for his team.
Almost 500 GPM now, and this is the Clanks that were sitting on less than 200 GPM after like 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
The Legion have destroyed.
Look at it, 500.
And you know, somebody brought up a really good point too about Clinks' W the Hawk. It's actually 100% uptime at level 4. You know, pending taking damage, of course. So, but it lasts for 15 seconds, and it's a 15-second cooldown. So that's actually pretty important to note too. That he could just keep that up in a lot of cases, or at least a good amount for the most part.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. You got a big mana pool as well, so not necessarily going to run anytime soon.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Kongor is still up, just below half-life even currently. So you got Reason Gaming, they're making their way over yet again. They're just trying to prevent now Willow Keeper from taking it, if anything, let alone getting it themselves. But now you even have a shrunken head on the Clanks on top of the Geometer's Bane and Nullstone here. As pretty as it's been from him, though, no doubt the team's... I mean, Engineers had some huge initiations, including the last one, which, by the way, the Portal Key allowed him to do that. Rudy Z getting the Portal Key, he jumped in with a big energy field to start that off. And that was, no doubt, probably even the key to winning that fight when it was all said and done. Brutalizer was picked up by Swiftblade, by the way, before all that. He did have a last fight as well. Granted, he died pretty quickly. You like the Brutalizer option?
I like the Brutalizer option in the fact that it's good versus the Clanks, and if you can get close on, I mean, it's definitely going to be effective, but I feel like his overall build with the Frostburn, for example, is wrong, and he needs a BKB in that case. Else he's never going to reach Clanks.
Cthulhu Fun kind of charging it right there. He has his aura up, so the fear definitely kind of kicking in to an extent. Look at Clinks, though. The Shrunken Head pops. He goes after Swiftblade. That grapple hit. Swiftblade, can he get anything off? He gets pushed forward, actually. That could save him. No, it does not. Down he goes. Glacius falls. The chase continues. Myrmidon, he will wait for him away. Is that going to be enough? Probably not. Cthulhu Fun chases. Auto attacks coming in. Myrmidon goes ulti for him, but not nearly tanky enough. Double tap for Baltazar. But the team support, obviously, a big part of that once again. And here they go, Cutthroat now. They're going straight to the middle lane. Is there any buybacks? There's not.
Nope, no gold on anyone in their team, so unfortunately not. I feel like this is going to be the Rax. Possibly even the game. I can't believe I'm saying this. The tree is actually... Oh, did you see that getting my roots?
Oh, Zane is like, okay, at least I got a big initiation coming up. Ruda Z, no, you don't. The Kex done cancels it beautifully. Energy field is down, mitigating any initiation right here. Finally, Magnus goes in, but it's just delaying the inevitable, it looks like, and vulnerability is going to be used. They really want to keep this Rax alive, but it's just not going to happen. The melee Rax will fall, and I'm on board with you, man. Obviously, I don't think they're going to concede by any means just yet, but it is just all Willow Keeper. These last 10 minutes here, it has been 100% Willow Keeper after what was looking to be a very good game for Reason to force a third and final game. But Willow Keeper making a statement here. Clanks is a big part of that, surprisingly enough. And, I mean, yeah, I just got to wonder what does Reason Gaming do here? I mean, they still have fight for sure, but they got to be pretty depressed
I don't know
now.
where to go from here. I would have lost hope by this time. If you can't win by that big of a lead, it's not necessarily going to happen now. They do not have a Kongor, or they're not going to have the possibility to finish off Kongor before Tree responds, so that's not an option anymore. Magnus, I would try to get him to level 16 and try to get a clutch ultimate in some kind of way. That's like the only way I can actually see Reason winning this fight now, or this game.
545 gold per minute are Clanks once again. You see Kongor, he's regen plenty of his life. Again, you see Reason Gaming almost trying to bait out a Kongor attempt right here as they're hanging around in the vicinity. But you got Willow Keeper, not really too interested just yet. They're playing defensive themselves. They're just going to clean up their own jungle, you know, farm elsewhere. If they see anyone go in, then sure, they'll look to defend it. But the idea of this whole bait attempt right here from Reason probably not going to work out with the way things are shaping up right now. You got a Dancing Blade now on Clanks. Yeah, that wing bow is going to be coming up, and obviously the range increase on top of just the stats overall of what it gives, and then the evasion's pretty nice too to have for Baltazar playing the Clinks right here in the end. Cthulhu Font, a Shrunken Head in the works for him most likely, as he has a Mighty Blade now. So talk about a huge impact that he's been able to have this game. for his team. He even gets that Soulsborg. He has so much armor, man.
That's a jungle Cthulhu, by the way. He was not on his lane.
that's true. It technically, I guess, we would classify it as a jungle Cthulhu font. The way it played here. Yeah, and
like,
again,
if I look at Recent Gaming, all I see is like insecurity right now. I really feel like it comes down to the draft a lot. Not the fact that they were drafting bad, but that they're not like they're uncomfortable with the kind of heroes and the lineups that they're running. Like these kind of situations that they are facing. Like in this game, for example, where they won the early game, they are not sure what to do. I mean, even though they are the ones that have the late game, it's Tree who's taking control over the game, and they are the ones playing defensive.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Again, kind of another thing, and I'm sure I think a lot of people were kind of learning more and more about this hero like Clinks. So the Hawk ability, like I was saying earlier, it's kind of like that Blink ability like a Mage Bane would have or whatever, or a Wretched Hag, to kind of freely go around the map, good movement. But it's almost better in some cases in the sense that he can sit on a ledge and just constantly go up and down it against an opponent if he feels like he's in danger. Whereas a Blink, you know, if you blink up to somewhere to go farm it, it might be on cooldown for like 4 or 5 seconds even. Sure, minimum, but if you get jumped at that point, then obviously it could be an issue. So the mobility that he has with that Hawk is clearly a very, very powerful tool of what he's able to accomplish.
Yeah, and one of the reasons for why this hero is actually so popular in mid-wars as well, because there are so many cliffs and so narrow escapes there. So he's just running forward and up and all the time.
There we go
It's
again. Third Kongor attempt, I think, on the first Kongor. Again, now they're going to jump first. Engineer gets jumped. Engineer falls, and no energy field. Going to be happening.
Clank is not there.
Oh, he buys back, by the way. Yeah, Clinks was not
They
there
got
either.
DD, though. Drunken must have got DD. I mean, I wouldn't be too comfortable being Tree actually going into this fight. I mean, they are overconfident right now because of how the game has been proceeding. But oh my God, look at that! They're jumping in.
They are jumping in like crazy right here. In the meantime, Rhapsody is picked off. The grab a completely whiffs right there. Where is Clinks throughout all this? He is dishing out some good damage, holding his ground with the Drunken Head, and down falls Drunken Master. Down falls Glacius. Down goes Swiftblade. I mean, his damage was so intense right there. The initiation wasn't even the prettiest, but it didn't matter. A quad kill for Clinks to finish it off. And GG, well played as call. So yeah, they were playing a little ballsy because of where they're at. Maybe it was a little risky right there, but hey, it worked out. So that's what matters in the end for them. Was Nui, though. Any final thoughts on, well, what is not only this game, but turns out to be the series as Willow Keeper. They take it 2-0 now.
Yeah, well, definitely deserving of it. They were the better team today. And I'm looking forward to their game versus BMG tomorrow. I mean, I know that they last weekend were playing BMG as well, and unfortunately they came out 1-2 in that series. But this time, who knows? After the performance today, I definitely can see them take, well, at least one game from BMG tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Again, I am actually getting told a little bit different information again. That's going to be something we'll probably have to test, but... So
yeah,
apparently the eruption and Clanks, yeah. So apparently it doesn't, according to another source that I have. And this was a little bit more trustworthy than just simply Twitch chat. So I don't know. I'll test it for myself as well, and just to make sure on that. Because
I'm gonna try it.
Hey, after this game especially, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a hero that starts popping up a little bit more, especially in the hands of Willow Keeper, as maybe one of their secret heroes here. Not so much a secret anymore, though. I think it's safe to say.
You should definitely try to aim to draft it later into the drafting stage, though.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more of, yeah. I'm gonna try this out immediately as well, because I have so many thoughts in my head as well, so many scenes in my head with the Tundra Blast, that I usually play a Glacius that uses the Tundra Blast to slow down the Clanks.
Yeah.
Not only because the Tundra Blast slows, but the fact that his spell
reduces duration.
stops.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, the way it's written is says attacked. I mean, that obviously could mean so many things. So I would be curious to get 100%. I'll definitely do my part too to get 100% clarification. Sounds like you're testing it. Anyway, it's really not like a huge deal, obviously, just for next time. Maybe bringing it up, but well, what matters is that Willow Keeper did win the series 2-0. And no doubt, Clinks, once again, a big part of that. Balch is our MVP today for Willow Keeper. At the same time, though, clearly a lot of team effort involved right there. I think Cthulhu Font more so. Cracking on Cthulhu Font, he had a huge impact that game. That earlier on Portal Key proved to be a very, very effective pickup.
Yeah, and I wouldn't forget the supports either. I mean, they were, well, doing quite a good job for Tree, keeping the vision up, and always, just building that surrounding team against or around the Clank. So,
yeah.
Team effort in the end.
Well, well, well. Willow Keeper takes it 2-0, and that means they are advancing on, like you pointed out, like we've been talking about, to play BMG in the losers bracket finals now. So congratulations to them as far as Reason Gaming is concerned. That means they're actually going to be finished here. They're actually going to be finished here. They finish in 4th place. Not too shabby. They go in with just over $3,000 and, you know, their fair amount of points as well going on throughout the season. But obviously a little bit of disappointment, I'm sure, coming out from Reason Gaming, especially with that game 2 once again, just how they had the lead and how that could have been easily a 3rd game in this series. But wasn't to be, and Willow Keeper does its job. Yeah, and you also talked about this hyping up tomorrow, man. You know, sure, we're here to hype it up. We're sure to get you guys interested, but you really should be interested in tomorrow's matchup, even the losers bracket finals, Willow Keeper versus BMG. That is not a guarantee at all for BMG. With the way Willow Keeper's playing, like we talked about in the winner bracket when they fought in the semifinals, it took 3 games, and Willow Keeper could have won the 3rd game if it wasn't for Super KG on Revenant just going ham and eventually doing work to advance his team on. But a mix of also today, you know, BMG a little bit up and down at times against Sync Esports in the winter bracket finals. It